9 for the Group B. First boat out is Ray Thompson, navigator Dave Toms. We are absolutely rocking and rolling. Oh, geez. Ray Thompson very hard on the wheel through that section of the track. This is a Sprint Tech hull. And Ray Thompson, Dave Toms seem to, well, they didn't have a great beginning to the day, but they seem to be getting a lot smoother until I said that, and then they bogged it down.
Yeah, it does happen from time to time, doesn't it?
Yeah,
it's
really, and in that crosswash around that right-hander, we haven't seen too many hit that crosswash, but because the speed isn't overly fast through there, they're allowing time for the rollers and the pressure wave to come off the top of the Mountbresh Island to the top part of the track, and they got caught unawares in there.
Yeah, obviously some of the faster boats are obviously gone before it gets there, aren't they?
Yeah, Ray Thompson, 49.344. Don't know. I'm not. Don't know that I'll put my money on him getting into the top 6, to be fair, but it is a race of attrition.
There's only one that misses out this time, KV, in this round of course.
Oh, well, there you go. Well, he could be a shot. He could well be a shot, because I'm sitting there going top 9, that's right. I don't have a great long-term memory or a great short-term memory or any memory for that matter. It all happens fairly quick in my brain. And then I see something shiny. I have to make, you know how many mental notes I've made and lost?
Probably lost more than you've made.
Yeah, that's right, mate. So we cast our eyes down onto the ramp, and it is a white noise with Hayden Wilson coming off now. The man from Wanganui took a year off, come back again. The last qualifying run, he really stepped it up. So, well, sudden death now. If you go wrong way, it's a hard way to get back into the top 6. If you stick it up on the bank, you're on the trailer. So, well, this is the pressure end of the day. We talk with sports psychology is the same in this sport as any other sport. If you start overthinking it and going, I'm in the finals, and put that additional pressure on yourself, you stuff it up.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what sport you're playing or doing. The old mental plays a big part.
Plays a very big part, and Hayden Wilson looking pretty good at the moment. A little bit off the pace of where I know he'd rather be. Amanda Wilson doing the navigational duties. So now starting to pick up some speed. Got the retro style helmets on with the black and the white stripe down the middle. In the final part of the course now, the final left-hander, where's it going to leave Hayden Wilson? It'll leave him with a 48.054 and quicker than Ray Thompson by 1.3 seconds. All right, now it's the youngsters. Jacob Simmons and Ollie Birder. These guys, both students, not old enough to shave yet, barely old enough to use deodorant, have just been taught how to use an electric toothbrush and find themselves in the top 9 in their class. This is, of course, the Stinger Group B category, their rookie meeting. And I am incredibly impressed with the way that these young blokes are going about it. And you know, Jacob Simmons, about a year ago, I was trying to teach this young man, myself, how to drive a car with a clutch. And he stalled it 48 times in a row. Oh, have a look at how wide that was around the sweeper at the bottom part of the course. I tell you what, lucky the boat doesn't have a clutch, he wouldn't get it off the line. But skill, oh, the young man's all over it. 47.041. He will absolutely progress into the top 6.
That was great to watch from those young guys.
Wow. I reckon maybe a year ago, I was teaching him how to drive a manual car, stalled it seriously 48 times in a row, and now in his first race meeting in a jet sprint boat, he's going to go through to the top 6.
It's great to see, and it obviously makes a difference just having the one pedal.
Yeah, oh, I guess it does, doesn't it? Yep, absolutely, it works for me. Looks like Mum and Dad might have to organise him a car with only one pedal. All right, Outer Limits, Craig Shaw, Gillian Good. Ooh. A little bit knifey around the left-hander, around the Mouthfresh/Stinger Island. Oh, nice transition. Gee, I thought he was going to set up for a hairpin turn there, but managed to get right up into Mouthfresh, into the hairpin here. Oh, bogged it down just a little bit, but I don't think that's going to cost him too much time. We've seen a lot worse, very wide around there. Kept the momentum going, though. The Stinger hulls tend to try and walk a little bit over the pressure waves on the far side of the course, directly opposite from commentary. Another little bit of a bog down. He's going to want to get out of this final hairpin pretty quickly. And, well, bogged it down again, but a 46.029 quicker than Jacob Simmons.
Yeah, that was quite a funny lap to watch, really. It didn't look as fast as it was, did it?
No, just a couple of those moments on the sharper turns, Craig Shaw just not getting the boat, keeping it on the plane, just allowing it to come off the plane slightly and just sinking the boat down a little bit. These 500 horsepower, if you're in a river boat, that is absolutely plenty. Jet sprinting, well, a little bit slow, particularly when you're competing against the clock with hundreds and sometimes thousandths of a second that the difference between winning and losing. We now go to Kelly Manel, Girls Talk. Cherie Patterson, now Kelly in qualifying 5, drove her best lap. Now, what are we going to see this time? That is a brave line, just took the inside of that island there. Didn't upset her too much. Nice smooth drive around the top of Mouthfresh Donut there. Into that hairpin. That is nice. That is quicker. Oh, bogged it down just a little bit tight around there. For mine, just come out a little bit wider around there, Kelly. It's the only mistake we've seen so far. The boat really working very nicely at the moment. Nice line to the far side of the track. The right-hander, beautifully done. Kelly Manel now into the final corner. A little bit knifey, but overall very good. 47.623 into P3 at the moment. She will progress into the top 6. It is Ray Thompson still sitting on the bubble, with Daniel Reid and Patrick Hayden to go. Buttercup coming off the trailer. He's Mrs. Jasmine sitting in alongside him. Jasmine, the technical... actually, Jasmine works for the zoo up there in the Naki. And, well, I think that's where she must have picked Buttercup up from, to be fair. So, Daniel Buttercup Reid. Oh, I tell you, he has just got a head full of confidence at the moment. Really just looking brilliant out there at the moment. Really impressed with the way that Buttercup is going about today. Just does not seem to be overly stressed about it. Eased about it into that sharp left-hander, and it worked very well for him. Wide, that little bit of crosswash, unsettling the boat on that right-hander. Not worried about the crosswash in the transition to the other side of the track. Daniel Buttercup Reid, Jasmine right in alongside, and of course Naki Electrical right on these boys. G'day to Matt and all the guys up in the Naki watching this on the live stream. Daniel Reid across the line, 45.897, straight to the top of the table, with Patrick Hayden still yet to run in the top 9 of the Stinger Group B category.
Yeah, pulling out all the stops now.
Paddy and Jay Hayden coming off the trailer, and I reckon it'll be interesting to see if Paddy says to Jay, could you please navigate, or could you please just look at the dials? Last time he instructed his wife to look at the dials, he didn't know where he was going.
Yeah, well, that's the whole point of a navigator, isn't it? To tell you where you're going and usually where you cock up.
Yep, that's exactly right. Ray Thompson's still sitting on the bubble. These guys need to beat a time of 49.344. And the way they are out of the chute, there is plenty of confidence going on there. Paddy Hayden, of course, has the New Zealand #1 on the top of the roll cage there, and for very good reason indeed.
Yeah, of course, winning that the last time they're out at this track, obviously.
Yes, that was an interesting shootout last year in that Group B category, but that is all behind us. They might wear the New Zealand #1 badge and have that trophy safely in the cupboard, but it is the new season. So Paddy and Jay Hayden looking pretty good. Yeah, final like that, the boat got untidy in there, but it's a 44.186 straight to the top of the table. That is good night to Ray Thompson from TNT Racing. This is how it's going to look for the top 6 in the Group B category. It will be Hayden Wilson, Jacob Simmons, Craig Shaw, Kelly Manel, Daniel Reid and Patrick Hayden progressing.